The world's burning down, your notifications won't shut up, that guy who bullied you in high school just bought a yacht, and here you are, scrolling through life advice. Well, congratulations. You're about to discover why Buddha would have dominated social media by doing absolutely nothing. Let's get something straight. Stoics weren't just chill dudes, they were ruthlessly unbothered. Marcus Aurelius ran an entire empire while basically writing in his diary, "Today, I won't cry over spilled gladiator blood." That's not meditation, that's psychological warfare against your own weakness. You know who gets it? Anime heroes. Ever seen Levi from Attack on Titan panic while flying toward a 50-foot monster? Nope, because chaos is your problem, not his. Blood raining from the sky? Just Tuesday, be Levi. The Stoic playbook is brutally simple. First, control what you can, your actions. Ignore what you can't, literally everything else. Your coworker's passive-aggressive email, not your circus, not your emotionally damaged monkeys. Second, attachment equals suffering. Your car, temporary. Your stunning social media presence, very temporary. Your ego, already decomposing as we speak. Third, remember you're dying, not to freak you out, to focus you. Nothing cuts through first-world problems like remembering you're just animated dust with Amazon Prime. History's greatest badasses knew this. Miyamoto Musashi dueled entire schools of samurai, alone. His secret? Float like a leaf, strike like a tsunami. Or in 2025 terms, mute your group chats and stop checking your ex's stories. But how do you actually stop freaking out when your brain's hardwired for panic? Time for step one, delete your problems. No, not your apps, your attachments. Your life is a cluttered garage that someone live-streamed for internet points? Stoicism? That's your flamethrower. Here's the brutal truth no productivity guru wants you to hear. 90% of your stress is completely optional. That work email at 3 a.m.? Not urgent. Your friend's cousin's wedding drama? Not your circus. That news headline designed to make your blood pressure resemble Mount Vesuvius? Not worth your limited heartbeats. Buddha figured this out 2,500 years before digital detox became a marketing buzzword. His cheat code was devastatingly simple. Desire equals pain. Want less? Why suffer less? It's elegant math. Every notification you silence is a tiny enlightenment. Every trend you ignore is psychological real estate reclaimed. This formula doesn't apply to Wi-Fi speed. That suffering is universal and sacred. Look at your phone right now. Count the apps you haven't opened in a month. That's not technology, that's digital hoarding. Marie Kondo would weep. Our culture celebrates complication. Hustle harder, stay connected, and be outraged about everything. Meanwhile, the ancient philosophers are slow clapping from their graves, whispering, "Cute chaos, bro." Take pop culture's greatest philosophical debate, Walter White versus the Dude. Walter broke bad because he cared too much about legacy, respect, control. The Dude, he abided. White died surrounded by his precious meth empire. The Dude bowled and drank White Russians. Choose your role model wisely. The Stoics weren't lounging around in togas posting inspirational quotes. They were brutally practical. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. That's Marcus Aurelius saying, "It's just a tweet, bro," 2 millennia before Twitter existed. But how do you maintain this unshakable composure when life starts throwing haymakers at your mental health? That's the real test. Can you stay calm when the universe is having a full-blown tantrum? Emotions are like a drunk GPS. They'll get you somewhere, just rarely where you actually need to go. Critical thinking? That's your offline map, waterproof and EMP resistant. Let's upgrade your mental operating system with the ultimate fear hack. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? If the answer is no, then why exactly is your cortisol treating a passive-aggressive comment like a saber-toothed tiger attack? Your brain can't tell the difference between a Twitter argument and actual danger? The ancient samurai Miyamoto Musashi didn't hope attacks wouldn't come. He expected them. That's next-level stoicism. You think he'd lose his mind in traffic? Please. Modern translation, expect idiots, delays, and disappointments. Anticipate that your DoorDash will arrive cold, that your flight will be delayed, and that someone will definitely take your parking spot. Congratulations, you're now prepared instead of surprised. You know what's fascinating about anime heroes? Their training montages. Goku trains in 100 times gravity so normal fighting feels like floating. Your equivalent? Try reading one political headline without immediately forming a tribal opinion. Hard mode unlocked. Try listening to someone you disagree with for 3 whole minutes without mentally preparing your counter-argument. Legendary difficulty achieved. The Stoics had a practice called negative visualization, mentally rehearsing worst-case scenarios. Not because they were ancient emos, but because fear shrinks when faced directly. What's the absolute worst that could happen if you bomb that presentation? You'll feel awkward for a few days. The universe continues expanding. Cosmic perspective is your superpower. Your emotions are valid but terrible advisors. They're like having a toddler as your financial planner. But I want the red lollipop isn't a sound investment strategy, and but I'm so angry isn't a sound life strategy. Here's your daily practice. When something triggers you, pause. Count to 3. Feel the emotion rise like a wave, then watch it crash and recede. You're not the wave, you're the ocean. But there's one final boss you must face. The illusion that you were ever in control to begin with. Life isn't a storm you need to weather. It's a dance you keep stumbling through because you're too busy looking at the dance floor. Stop fighting the music. Enter amor fati, love of fate, may the most gangster philosophy ever conceived. Flight canceled? Congrats. You've got 3 hours for airport meditation and overpriced smoothies. Car broke down? Perfect time to test if your podcast backlog is actually worth listening to. Nietzsche said, not merely bear what is necessary, but love it. That's not toxic positivity. It's radical acceptance with a middle finger to pointless suffering. The suffering is mandatory, the misery is optional. Try stoic journaling. Not 17 aesthetic pages of gratitude lists, just one savage sentence daily. Today, I didn't lose my mind when progress isn't measured in quantum leaps, but in microscopic victories over your own reactivity. Here's the ultimate power move. The calmer you stay, the more it absolutely infuriates toxic people. They throw emotional grenades expecting explosive reactions. When you respond with tranquil indifference, their weapons malfunction. Passive aggression isn't weakness, it's stoic aggression. Psychological Aikido, remember, chaos isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. Epictetus was a literal slave who became philosophy's heavyweight champion by realizing it's not what happens to you but how you respond that matters. If that guy could find serenity while literally owned by another human, you can handle your Wi-Fi dropping during a Zoom call. Your superpower isn't avoiding chaos, it's becoming the eye of the hurricane. Calm isn't soft, it's steel wrapped in silence. The world will keep screaming, throwing tantrums like a toddler denied dessert. Let it. You'll be the one winning. Remember, the unshakable mind isn't about being emotionless, it's about mastering your reactions. When life throws chaos your way, you'll be the Zen ninja effortlessly dodging emotional chaos like a pro. If this resonated with you, smash that Zen button below. Subscribe for more peaceful savagery, and leave a comment sharing your best I stayed calm when story. Mine? Ignoring my mom's 5-alarm urgent cat video. Stay unflappable, my friends. See you in the next one.